po sa inyo lahat. No? Breaking news po ito ngayon. At ito na nga po, nagkaroon ng press conference ngayon si Avel Bacudio right now para ipaalam dito kay Maharlika na meron na nga siyang haharapin at meron na siyang matinding haharapin na problema ngayon. Ito po yung kaso na sinasabi natin at matagal ko na to sinasabi sa inyo, mga kapatid, no? Matagal ko na sinasabi sa inyo, meron magkakaso sa kanya. At ito na ngayon yun, mga kababayan ko. So magja-jacket muna ako, malamig dito. Medyo matindi-tindi po ito dahil tatrabahuhin siya talaga. Waiting po, maraming salamat po. Waiting na po tayo kasi kahit po ako nakaantay po kami dito. Nakaantay kami dito. Ayun, watching nyo from Japan. Hello po sa inyo. Palike nga po ako ng live streaming natin. Uy Robert, may kasubig. May dumi. Palike po ako ng ating live streaming ngayon, mga kababayan ko. Dahil napakaganda po nitong pag-uusapan natin. Kasi kahit ako noon pa, matagal na akong nanggigigil sa ginagawa niya. Sabi nga, di ba mga kababayan ko, time is come, meron ka talagang makakatapat na tao, meron ka talagang makakadigdigan na tao, and this is it, no? And ito na ngayon nangyayari ngayon, mga kababayan ko, at talagang didikdigin siya dito. To be honest, mga kababayan.
Type lang menu agad ko sa
ito ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, mga kababayan ko, talagang didikdigin siya dito.
Nasa ID to
Yeah. Didikdigin siya dito at talagang malalaman ninyo kung bakit. Sabi ko, some time will come Sabi ko nga time will come na meron talagang makakatapat itong tao na to. And ito na nga, mga kababayan, papakita ko sa inyo. Ayan, ayan na. At yan makikita ninyo. And right now, let me introduce to you. May window. Teka lang. Ayan. Asa nawala yung nasa likuran ko? Si Daisy Darling. Ayan, from TikTok. So, maraming mga influencer na nandito ngayon at they are very, what we call this, they are very curious kung ano nangyayari ngayon, mga kapatid. Kaya huwag niyo pong kalimutan. Mga kababayan ko, i-like niyo muna yung live streaming natin. Hello po sa inyo, Ma'am Pinky. New subscriber, maraming salamat po from Qatar. Hello po sa inyo yan. Maraming salamat po. Dapat ba kasi di na tumingol. Kahol lang kahol. Anong gagawin natin? Pag kahol lang kahol yung tao, yun ang gagawin natin. Pinakamasarap dito, mga dito po yung SM na yun. Diba? Kahol lang kahol Diba? Kahol lang kahol Anong gagawin natin pag kahol lang kahol? Mga kababayan ko. Tapos kumakabanat. Akala mo, wagas. Diba? Hello po, Ma'am Nicole. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Maraming salamat po. Ayan, JG, hello po sa inyo. Shoutout po from Tarina, Abiana. Maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood sa atin dyan. Yan, palike naman ako ng ating live stream para palike nyo po yung ating live stream ngayon, mga kapatid. Ayan, mga kababayan. Ayan, malapit na po in just 5 minutes. So, nilive ko na to para makita na ninyo, na-inform the Filipino people. So, may mga tanong din ako mamaya. Nag-jacket lang ako, sobrang lamig Hello, like tayo, mga kapatid. Kuya Max Conde, hello po sa inyo. Thank you very much sa inyong paglalike. Shoutout kay Takero Miyamoto. Shoutout kay JDB. Araw-araw ginagawa ng Diyos, puro magaganda. Totoo yan. Si Takero Miyamoto. Take, kamusta ka na? Kailan ka uwi ng Manila, mga kapatid? Matindi po itong revelation na to, mga kababayan ko. Puso talaga. Ako lang, mga kapatid. Ako lang. Hello po ko, watching you from Isabela, Tamsakdan. Maraming salamat po. Lakay, hello po sa inyo. Good afternoon pare. Maraming salamat. Huling bala nga nito ni Contreras. Sure, Dan. Maraming salamat po. Kalat natin itong let's make it viral and tulungan nyo kami na ipaalam to sa mga tao na makarating sa kanya na meron talagang pagkakataon na talaga may baba na atake sa kanya ngayon. Kasi hindi na maganda yung ginagawa niya. Unang-una, naninira na siya ng tao. Alam mo, hindi na siya pinatulan ng hindi siya pinatulan ng pangulo eh. Hindi siya pinatulan ng ating gobyerno. Pero sabi ko sa inyo, may mga private individual siya na natatapakan. At mamaya liliwanagin natin yun through press con, mga kababayan. Just 5 minutes mga kababayan ko mag-start tayo. Alright? So abang-abangan na natin to. Wala nang kalasan to. Para dire-diretso na kayo nandito mga kapatid. Alam ko ngangaw yan mga yung anytime. Ayan. Dati pa pinanonood ko vlog niya, hindi maano. Buti na lang. Ito na, mag-start na. Uy, Splat, thank you very much for your super chat, Splat. Maraming. Ito na si Avel. Avel Bacudio is here. Ito na po. Ayan na po si Avel. Ayan na. Ito na si Avel Bacudio.
Okay, let me introduce to you our MCC Attorney Brian Go, one of our legal staff, legal counsel. I'll just try this on the
good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody was able to eat wonderful lunches and hot sauces. So first of all, we would like to express our most heartfelt appreciation to everybody present here today. All those present here today that are here today to hear the truth, the side of Mr. Avel. So special thanks to our mass media partners here, as well as the bloggers here present today. Now, before we begin, a brief background of why we're gathered here today.
Palike po ako ng ating
So,
live
as
stream.
some of
Palike po.
you may recognize, seated up front is Mr. Avel Bacudio. Mr. Bacudio is here today to conduct a press conference regarding the defamation case filed against Ms. Claire Eden Contreras. Now, Ms. Contreras is the defendant in this case and also introduces herself as Maharlika or Fair Lady Maharlika among numerous other names, and has continuously and incessantly made defamatory remarks against Mr. Avel Bacudio. As such, Mr. Bacudio has engaged attorney Oliver Bacay Jr. to be the main and lead counsel for this case. Oliver is qualified to practice in the Philippines as well as in New York. He actually obtained his Juris Doctor degree in Ateneo de Manila University School of Law and ranked third in 2008 bar examinations. He pursued his master's in intellectual property law at the prestigious New York University, and he is also a resident partner of Gulata and Maclay LLP based in Manhattan, New York. Accompanying him are associates Gulata and Lim Law, both honor graduates of the Ateneo de Manila University School of Law, attorneys Joshua Carrasco and Brian Go.
Wala ba kayo mga kamay? Thank you, Brian, for that very job on the kind introductions. Thank you once again to our friend in the media and for bloggers. Thank you for being present here, because your presence here really is instrumental in helping us disclose the truth. Okay. Three preliminaries first before we begin. First is I'm going to give a very brief background of the case and what happened. Second, we will try to accommodate as much as possible all of your questions. But if the question relates to a matter of legal strategy and may affect the outcome of the case, please do bear with us. We may have to decline to answer that question. But please do hold on to your questions, because we will answer those after the trial, if this case goes into trial. And last, I think most of you, this is the first time that we've met each other. Probably because I'm a shy type of guy, in front of the camera. So that may be the reason. So we're having all of those settled. Let's roll and brace yourself from a shy type of guy, no? So about August of last year, August 2023, there was an outrageous and loathsome defamatory remark published by Miss Claire Eden Contreras, who also introduces herself as Maharlika. these defamatory statements were repeated multiple times in an almost monthly or even weekly basis. As time goes by, the attacks against Mr. Avel Bacudio became more rapid. There were various defamatory and outrageous allegations against Mr. Avel. But three themes kept repeating. And these are,
Live ako mga
first,
kababayan ko, palive ako ng
that
live
Mr.
streaming
Avel
natin para
Bacudio
maipaalam natin sa kanila to.
gave a luxury timepiece to no other than Philippine Representative Ferdinand Alexander Araneta Marcos. Second, that Avel allegedly received kickbacks from DPWH projects. And third, that Avel and Avel's family received their Schengen visa through fraud, obtained their visa, Schengen visa through fraud, and which fraud was made through the assistance of Philippine First Lady Marie-Louise Araneta Marcos. We categorically denied all of those allegations, and we shall prove in a court of law that those are all false. We filed the case in California before the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California, and we also demanded a jury trial. Partida lahat. Kasi sinasabi nila na kung dito daw lang yung case, maluluto. This will be a jury trial and the facts of the case will be determined by citizens of various walks of life, ordinary citizens. Ito natin papatunayan. Aside from those three main allegations, there are other outrageous, loathsome,
Ito nga mga kababayan ko, mga kasuhan na sa ibang bansa si Maharlika. Ito na yung inaantay niyo pong sagot. Yan po yung mga kababayan ko.
However, we shall present our proof during trial. To be the victim, or to be the victim of by saying that someone is engaged in corruption is serious. The desire to rid our society of corruption is universal. So when you are the victim of an allegation, of a false allegation, that you are engaged in corruption, normally and naturally, the society
Sabi ko sa inyo, may araw din yun mga kababayan ko. So ito na yung araw na yun.
has been severely damaged. At times, there were threats against the safety of Avel. And character assassination, or when your reputation is ruined, the damage does not end with you alone. We know, long after you're gone, if your reputation is damaged, you will still suffer that. And this suffering transcends generation. Pati yung mga anak nyo, pag nasiraan kayo ng reputasyon, magsasuffer din. So the categorical attacks here are no question are willful and malicious. And with that, we are now ready to answer your questions. Any questions from our friend in the press?
Please feel free to raise your hand if there are any questions.
Baka yung mga tanong kayo mga kababayan na.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano pong kaso ang inyong ipapile?
Na-file na po, hindi lang ipa-file. Na-file na po na mga 2 weeks ago. It's an action for defamation in the U.S., which is a very serious offense in the U.S. The U.S. society frowns upon persons who are engaged in defamation because they cherish the value that one's good name should be protected. So for example, just 2 weeks ago, there was a huge verdict. There is a series of huge verdicts in the U.S. just recently. 2 weeks ago, there was a verdict against Mr. Trump for no less than the former president of the U.S. The jury awarded an award of $83 million, $65 million in punitive damages, and around $18.3 million in actual damages. So if we see this value, we know that the American society is serious, that you cannot just ruin the reputation of someone else. And in this case, it will be the U.S. society which will decide the case. Yes?
Kailan po kaya yung possible na mag-start na yung hearing?
Possible na mag-start yung hearing. We have here, the court already issued a summons. And in that summons, it states within 21 days from receipt of the summons, the defendant must answer. Yes, sir.
In case na magkaroon ng guilty verdict, ano yung magiging penalty nito base sa US law?
In the US law, unlike here no at defamation, like there's a statutory penalty for imprisonment or fine. In the US, there's no statutory penalty, but the jury will decide what will be the amount of damage. So another huge verdict which happened just last year, the amount was $1.1 billion in the case of against Alex Jones.
Follow-up question. Yung penalty ba is based on the personality of the aggrieved party? Because I know Avel is known as an international fashion designer, right? So
Yes, sir.
correct.
That will be taken into consideration.
Okay.
The amount of damage that was suffered by the victim, of course, will also depend upon his stature in life. Because if you are a high-valued, high net worth individual, definitely the value that the damage that you will suffer will also be more.
Tanong lang po, dito sa Pilipinas, meron po ba tayong na kaso?
As of now, none. There's no case yet, but we will not discount that possibility.
So sa US lang po sa ngayon.
As of now, yes.
Thank you po.
Kasi dun sa US siya kakasuhan dahil sa mga US citizen.
Tatanong ko lang po kung ano kayo yung duration nito na yung para matapos yung kaso, yung trial, tapos para mabigyan na siya ng kaparusahan.
Yung kaparasuhan po, that will depend on the jury. So, it will depend on, just like the adage goes, all is in the defendant's court. Depende po yun sa moves nila because they can file an answer or they can delay and choose to delay to receive the summons. Or in most US cases, these are actually resolved amicably even before the case goes to trial. Maybe 70% of the cases in the US are settled amicably. So it will depend. But assuming that we will go into full jury trial, maybe that will take 3 years. There's another famous case, the Amber Heard case. That's also a defamation case. So that was the trial was finished in 2 to 3 years.
What if po hindi siya mag-respond o hindi siya makapag-cooperate dito po sa kaso na pinel sa kanya?
So that's also a possibility that the court will issue a judgment by default. If it's a default, the rules in the US and here in the Philippines are similar. All allegations in the complaint will be deemed admitted. Pareho lang po ang US federal rules and evidence and the Philippine rules of civil procedure and the evidence. If there's no answer, then all allegations in the complaint will be deemed admitted. And now we will go to the determination of monetary award phase. The jury will determine how much will be awarded to the victim.
Attorney, question lang po. Di ba si Katulmi, nag-file din po siya ng kaso. Hindi ko yung possible din na pwedeng mag-join force sila ni Avel para mas maganda yung kaso.
Joint force, legally speaking, they have different causes of actions, different set of facts. It cannot be included in one case, and we already filed the case. But if that's what you mean by joint forces, not one action, they are the plaintiff cooperating in one action, that won't be legally possible. But when you say joint force, that they share resources or they share possible the evidence, that's really a possibility, and that depends on them.
Attorney, if the respondent po ay found guilty, meron bang imprisonment na kalaki?
In the US, defamation case is civil in nature. By itself, there's no imprisonment. But it is possible that in a defamation case, a court will also issue a bench warrant. And I won't disclose now how it can happen because I may be opening my cards before the defendant, but that's a possibility.
Well, magkakilala ba kayo personally ni Maharlika? Or kasi saan pinagagalingan ng paninira niya sa'yo? Yung pagtawag niya sa inyo kung anong naging.
Actually, hi, thank you. Actually, nagkakilala kami because of the campaign. Tapos, because pareho kami yung paniniwala, pareho kami yung sinusuportahan. So, and then, nagkaroon kami ng communication. No, bigla na lang nagbago, hindi ko alam. Well, nakukwento ko sa kanya yung, kasi she stayed in my condo because of the nung election and then campaign. Nagkukwentuhan kami about buhay-buhay. So doon nga po yung lumabas yung, syempre nung bata pa ako, yung parang ko, nako, ang hirap ng buhay, wala pang bayad sa kuryente, parang ganon. Tapos, yun, siguro yun ang nilalabas niya ngayon. Pero that's my story before. Siyempre iba na ngayon. So, yun, hindi ko alam kung saan ang gagaling talaga yung kanyang galing.
So, kailan kayo nagkaroon ng follow? Kailan kayo officially hindi na kaibigan or umalis?
Last, I think 2003, noong August. August? 2023 August. Yun, doon na yung parang, okay. So parang, ako naman as a fashion designer, may mga ginagawa kasi akong doon lang talaga. So I'm a fashion designer, hindi ko ako politikang tao. So medyo hindi lang ako komportable kasi iba yung pinag-uusapan ngayon. Kung pag-uusapan nito sa pagiging isang designer, okay ako. Ito kasi politika at saka medyo hindi naman ako yon. Kaya kay attorney na po yung bahala.
Ano pong naramdaman nyo nung nilabas niyo yung mga statements niya against you? Ano po unang reaction nyo?
Siyempre medyo nakakalungkot kasi sabi nga niya BFF. So nakakalungkot pero ako naman sabi nga ng aking pamilya, yung aking sister, yung parang ipagdasal na lang natin. Kaya lang medyo ngayon may mga naapektuhang tao na hindi dapat kasama dito. Na parang nadadamay sila. Siyempre, of course, the first family is nadadamay na hindi naman kami masyadong client ko lang sila as a designer. So medyo nakakahiya rin sa parte nila.
Possible po ba na ma-take down yung YouTube channel ni Veridian Contreras?
Yung YouTube channel, the entire YouTube channel, that's possible, but not likely. Because in the US, they have a very strong First Amendment right. First Amendment right is the freedom of speech. And they frown upon prior restraint. Yung prior restraint po yung wala pang sasabihin, ipigilan mo natin. They will allow you to speak. However, if you speak and that's injurious or tortuous to another, then they will really hold you accountable.
Like po ako ng live streaming natin.
Or the values of the US.
Attorney, tanong ko lang po kung how many percent po kaya ang ating dito sa kaso na masisigurado natin na panalo ang kaso natin? Ilang porsyento po?
In my life, it's my policy never to say 100% because there are things outside of our control. So, kung sure ako, I'm sure ko exactly 99.99%. In this case, I'm saying 99.99%.
So, panalo na tayo, attorney.
99.99 lang because, jury yung decide and I cannot control the mind of the jury.
100% eh.
Hanggang 99.99 lang talaga yan because as they say, there's nothing sure in life. But if you are going to assess the case mo, yung tatlong sinabi ko kanina, simple lang actually yan eh. Bigay ba ng relo, ng luxury timepiece niya or what? It's very easy to prove or disprove. And also the visa. The visa actually is very easy to prove. So, if the visa was issued fraudulently. There are other allegations, and we intentionally did not include that in the complaint as a matter of legal strategy. Kasi sometimes half-truths or taken out of context. Kaya nga nang nasabi ni Avel, dati daw, walang pambayad ng kuryente, but less than a year, nung nakaupo si PBBM, then nakabili na ng bahay. Half-truth.
Malicious.
Normally, I would not disclose this now kasi in this early phase of the litigation. But para pagbigyan ko po kayo kung anong ibig sabihin niya. Yes, dati walang pambayad po si Avel ng kuryente. But gaano dati? dati yun, when he was still young in Buhi Camarines Sur, he is proud to say, during that time, talagang wala silang pagbayad ng kuryente. Pero hindi yung dati na before PBBM score, naghihirap siya kasi na-cancel culture daw yan. That's definitely now true. And it's very easy to prove that. Wala lang na-miss na bill payments. We can go to Meralco. Wala na-miss na bill payments si Avel. Okay, that's one. Number two, may nabili daw na bahay worth 26 billion. Ano yung pagkaintindi po nila? Because suddenly, kumamkam ng pera at may pagbili ng that's how you understand.
Actually, ganun po talaga.
Yeah, because it was presented out of context. Nabili yung bahay ng installment, no down payment, no interest. So if you look at it that way, 30 years to pay, then suddenly you will see, ay, ano naman yan? Within normal range naman that, kahit that's acceptable. That's within the range, no? It was purchased using loan. And if you view it that way, para makikita mo, walang pangangapang. We will present this to jury. You know very well na ganyan yan. Hindi yan 26 million na nilabas biglaan. But how come hindi mo na sinabi yan? Then we can say that the intent was clearly malicious and it was willful to damage the good reputation of a person.
Si Maharlika po, bakit hindi ko po kasi sure. Is she an American citizen? Ano po ba? Status po niya sa US?
We do not have a power to determine or to have a statement from the US government. But according to her, she is an American citizen and she is no longer, according to her, she is no longer a Filipino citizen. She renounced her Filipino citizenship, according to her.
Avel, question po for Avel. Avel, may personal akong tanong sa'yo. Totoo ba na sa kagaya ng ini-issue ni Maharlika sa'yo na binigyan mo ba talaga si Sandro Marcos ng Rolex?
Baka ako ang bibigyan.
Dun sa statement ko po, we categorically deny that. Yung three main topics that she keeps repeating, first, the luxury timepiece was given to Philippine Representative Ferdinand Alexander Marcos. We categorically deny that. So yung three.
Conflict.
Avel, question. Kasi di ba naging magkaibigan kayo ni Maharlika? Tumira sa condo mo, pati sundo, di ba? Pati alam na lahat. Dito, what urged you to do this action? Considering na naging magkaibigan kayo.
Actually, for the past few months, parang ayoko talaga kasi nga parang focus ako sa ginagawa ko sa designer. Pero mas may naaapektuhan kasi mga like my family, and my niece, and then my sister, and my brother-in-law na hindi naman kasama dito na maayos silang namumuhay at maayos kami namumuhay. In-accept ko siya bilang kaibigan. Actually, yun, katulad ng sinabi mo nga, iniisan din. Pero sa isang iglap, nagbago talaga yung lahat. So, ako naman yung tao na parang takot kami sa Diyos. So, ipagdadasal namin hanggang katapusan ng buhay. Kaya lang ito talagang maraming tao na nadadamay. Na my family, the first family. So parang nakakahiya rin sa mga taong nakapaligid sa akin. So I think this is about time na parang sasabihin ko rin sa inyo na talagang lahat ng sinasabi niya ay hindi totoo.
May question lang ako kay Avel. Yun bang mga sinusuot na galing sa'yo? Libre ba yun?
Yung mga una is binibigay ko. And then, yung iba naman is may mga nag-o-order. Pero konti lang yung mga nag-order sa kanya. I think mga apat, mga ganon. Pero yung mga sinusuot niya like yung inauguration, tapos yung mga sinusuot niya campaign, binibigay ko talaga yun. Kasi gano'n naman ako
Sana
bilang
all.
kaibigan.
Kaso na, yung suot ka ng inauguration, magkano yung price doon? Kasi gusto ko na magpagawa nun eh.
Actually, hindi, bigay lang yun.
Pero kung ibebenta mo siya, magkano kaya?
I don't know, sister kong may alam. Hindi kasi ako nagpe-pressure pagdating may sister yung lahat.
May tanong lang ako, Avel. Diba, naging magkaibigan na kayo. Gusto ko lang malaman kung anong klase ba ang kaibigan si Maharlika nung siya ay... Sorry po kasi yun ang tawag ko sa kanya. Sorry po. Ano po siyang uri ng kaibigan nung siya po ay inyong kakilala at nakatira siya sa inyo?
Kasi nag-reach out siya sa akin. So ako naman that time, wala akong... Kung sino yung pupunta sa akin at naniniwala sa akin, buong puso kong i-accept yun. So siya naman is naging... Okay naman siya. Naging okay siya. But syempre may nagdadalawang isip din ako. Pero kaya hindi lahat ng kinukwento ko sa kanya is buong buhay ko. Yung mga konti lang pag nag-open lang kami about sa ako nga, ganyan. Yun lang, pero definitely yung buong buhay ko. Ito naman nakwento sa kanya.
Mabait po ba siya?
Yeah, okay. Ako, gano'n naman ako as long as nawa kang ginagawa sa aking masama, mabait ka. Ngayon may ginawa siya, hindi okay. Hindi na siya.
Sir, tanong ko lang, no? Saan ba nagmula itong parang pag-aaway sa inyo ni Maharlika?
Actually, hindi ko po alam kung saan ang galing mo. Attorney.
As I've said, the first published defamatory statements against Avel happened in August 24 of 2023. Yun yung una natin nalaman na negative statements. Why that statement was made, I have theories. Please allow me not to discuss those theories. If this case goes to jury trial, we will have these statements were made. Because it came as a surprise, a real surprise, not even friend. And then suddenly, ayan, nagbigay ka daw ng luxury diamonds. And it's completely untrue. So if it happened to you, wow, shocking. You from someone na pinatira mo sa, pinapasok mo sa bahay mo. So that's a shocking incident. As to why, as of now, we have theories, but I don't want to disclose.
So you're filing this in the US?
We filed this. We already filed it. And the court already issued summons against the defendant.
Can you give, Mr. Abel, can you give us a peek into
Ayun na po, nag-file na nga po ng summon yung attorney ni Avel Bacudio sa US para kay Maharlika at sinusuman na po siya ngayon.
Parang napaka-rapid niya. Do you think parang may konting problema siya? Honestly, when I watch her clips, parang kulang na lang, umikot yung ulo mo.
If you've seen Amber Heard versus Depp, kanya-kanya silang expert witness on professional doctors who will evaluate the mental state of a person. So it will be better for us to also resort to that. No? We ask a professional on mental health, on mental state, kung anong opinion. And of course, okay, we cannot, I think we are not qualified no, kung anong nasa yes. It would be better, sir, if we wait for trial and we are given the chance to have an expert on mental status examine the defendant.
Alright, thank you very much.
Posible po ba yung cease and desist? Possible po ba yung cease and desist to stop Maharlika from further defaming your client? Meron po bang ganun sa US?
Possible, but again, very difficult. The answer is similar to the earlier question. The US has a very strong First Amendment rights, and they frown upon prior restraint. No? Yung prior restraint, hindi mo pa nga alam anong sasabihin ko, pinasis at desist mo na ako. So, as a free society with very strong freedom of speech values, that might be very difficult. But if it's possible, yes, that's possible. But very difficult to obtain.
Question to Avel. Sir, what do you think the reason why na suddenly in-involve yung pangalan mo ni Maharlika dun sa...
Si Ator.
Do you think, is there any person behind Maharlika to accuse you or say something bad about you?
As I've said during the preliminaries, we would welcome and try to accommodate your questions. But if it's a question that will affect litigation strategy or the outcome of the case, please do forgive us. We will not answer as of now. Kasi kung sagutin natin yan, makamalakpan kami sa litigation strategy. But please take note of that question. After trial, sasagutin natin yan. I hope to see you again after trial. And I will see
Excited
you
po
more
kami.
with you after that.
Abel, kasi ano lang, no?
Mike, Tony, thanks.
Wait lang, sagot na to.
Mike.
Ayaw mag
Mike.
Kahit na wala ka.
Di ba sabi din kasi ni Maharlika na siya daw yung nagpasikat sa'yo. Ano yung ano mo doon? Nasabi mo doon?
I started designing when I was 17. So, nagkaroon ako ng show in abroad na mga 1995. So, I think parang hindi naman okay na sabihin na siyang nagpasikat sa akin. At least kayo siguro makakapagsabi kung sino ako. So, hindi ko alam kung siya ang nagpasikat sa akin. Thank you so much. Pero sa akin kasi, matagal kong pinaghirapan yung pangalan ko. Ang dami-dami kong pinagdaanan para makarating kung saan man ako ngayon. Kung 100 steps ang aaakyatin ko is naka 50 na siguro ako. Kaya hindi ko hahayaan na parang dito lang mapunta yung pinaghirapan ko.
I'd also like to answer that question, not as your lawyer, but as your
Friend.
from fan and friend. Almost 30 years ago, I attended a debut of a very beautiful lady with very fine taste. That lady wore an
Like po mga kabayan.
So, Avel was already someone during that time. And how do I know that this lady has a fine taste? Because many years later, she became my wife. Shout out.
Ito na ang tanong. Meron kang si Avel, meron siyang US lawyer.
Siya po.
I'm a lawyer.
American.
Kahit hindi na po.
Yes.
I'm qualified to practice. Hindi na ako mukhang foreigner, but I know US federal law.
Kasi baka raw may mga
We have a
English,
we have a collaborating council in California. And please to also, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our US counsel, Cindy, my good friend. Cindy is no less than the managing partner of Dwayne Morris Los Angeles. It's a huge law firm with 20 plus offices in the US. So we're dealing with high caliber lawyer. She was multi-awarded and we met each other in awarding
Tanungin mo kamusta
ceremony.
relationship na ni Avel.
So if you have a copy of the
Siyempre wala na.
complaint, you will see that
Relationship
that
nila
was
ni
signed
Lisa.
by Cindy, and Cindy is a top-notch one.
Kay Avel, tanong ko lang, kamusta yung ni FL na yun, ni Ate Lisa?
Actually, hindi naman kami nag-uusap ni FL. Client ko siya. That's professional. Yung usapan namin very professional lang. So, hindi rin ako nagsusumbong kung ano-ano kasi ayaw ko nga ng, alam mo na. So, wala kaming communication about this.
Okay, thank you.
Anong reaction and support na nakukuha mo sa showbiz friends mo and clients?
Actually, it's a very good question. Well, yung mga taong matagal ko ng kaibigan sa showbiz, kilala naman nila ako kung sino ako. So, they sending me a prayers. Sabi niya, kaya mo yan, mas kilala ka namin. Nakakatuwa kasi yung mailbox ko sa Facebook and Instagram, sa my social media. Lahat sila, 95% is supporting kung ano yung ginagawa ko. Kasi ever since, kilala nila ako kung sino ako. At wala akong tinatago sa lahat. Kung ini-interview ako, wala akong tinatago. Kasi ako to eh. So hindi ko kailangan mag-pretend kung sino ako. So may mga negative na nagsisend sa akin. Pero sabi ko nga parang 31 millions. So 1% lang ng masin o negative. So hindi ako bagay sa kanila.
Avel, do you have a message to Maharlika?
No. Wala.
That's a nice answer.
Mostly expected siguro ng mga against sa inyo na baka sabihin ng iba na inutusan kayo ng part ng politics.
Wala po, wala. This is initiative po ng aming pamilya. And then my sister is here, si JJ, kasi nadadamay po yung pamilya rin nila. I'm with my sister since magkabata pa kami, talagang wala talaga kaming, kaya hanggang ngayon support. Nakilala ni Maharlika ng sister ko, dinala ko pa siya sa Tagaytay. We eat, nag-lunch kami. In-accept siya sa namin bilang kaibigan talaga. Bilang tao, bilang kaibigan. Kasi my family is religious kasi kami. So parang pag pumunta sa amin ng isang tao na bukas loob naman namin talaga. So, yun.
Abel, may nagtatanong dito. Totoo ba na sabi daw dito, totoo ba na ginawa daw, pinabibili daw kayo ni Maharlika ng pagkain niya noon?
Actually, hindi pinabibili, binibigyan namin siya ng food.
Okay.
Nagluluto yung sister ko at dinadala sa kanya.
Tanong lang po. Kasi kilala po kayo na supporter. Kilala kayo ng supporter ni PBBM. So, si Maharlika. Sige, Maharlika na lang. Si Maharlika naman ay kilala na ngayon na anti-PBBM. So, may nagtatanong lang, baka naman inaatake kayo dahil sa politika. Baka naman may nagkukumpas.
That's possible, and that's also related to my earlier answer that what is the motive behind these attacks? We don't want to speculate this, but that's not possible. There are various possibilities, and please do understand with us if we invoke the Fifth Amendment, right? So that can affect the litigation strategy.
Are there any more questions to Avel or to Attorney Baclan?
Simple lang naman, no? Tapos na.
So, ayun, tuloy na natin
May
to.
question pa ako, last question.
Tatanong ko lang, Avel, kung pupunta po ba kayo sa US para makaharap sa siya?
If this case goes to trial, well, we will need to go to court to attend and sit on the witness stand.
Ano po kaya inyong first reaction pag nakita niyo siya? Anong first reaction niyo? Sana nasa likod niyo ako para ako yung
Talaga.
Kailangan niyo po.
And for the truth to come out, we'd like for the truth to come out. That's the reason why we filed the case. Hindi dahil sa vengeance or hate, but just to clear the because maraming nagsasabi now, why do you keep silent? Because I know you're the type of guy that you are not going na tatapatan natin ang hate with hate, of revenge with revenge and fury with fury. When I saw you in your office when I was in the beginning, I saw you working diligently, peacefully, and I saw in your work exudes peace, harmony, and resilience. That even in this crazy world that you are being attacked, you are just focusing on to produce work that are artistic and it shows peace. No? Hindi personal, hindi ko na, nung I was interviewing Avel, hindi ko nakita sa kanya na bakbakan natin yan kasi walang yan. No. I always saw in him peace. And this is the reason why we filed the case, simply for the truth to come out. And we'd also like to thank him for attending this because this will make our job easier for the truth to come out. Kasi maraming nagsasabi, magsalita ka naman kasi ano ba talagang nangyayari dyan? Here it is. We simply want the truth to come out. Walang binigay na relo. Wala kaming natanggap or pinanggap na pera from DDWH. And the visa, both Schengen and US visas, were issued regularly those facts are very easy to establish. We will establish that before a U.S. jury.
Avel, message sa mga kababayan natin. Nasa likod mo daw sila, naka-support sila sa'yo.
Yes. Of course, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Nakakataba ng puso kasi bilang isang taga Bicol, patuloy na nangangarap pa rin. Hindi lang para sa akin, kundi para sa ating mga Pilipino. Ako naman bilang isang designer is, kaya nandito pa rin ako kasi gusto kong isulong yung mga pamana sa atin ng ating mga ninuno na kultura at sining. So yun ang focus ko ngayon. Kaya lang may mga bagay tayong tumatalikod na kailangan harapin. Pero ito isang yugto naman ito ng aking buhay na kailangan pag natapos ito, isang yugto ulit na para sa ating mga Pilipino at para sa ating mga weavers at mga embroidery, para naman sa kanila talaga itong laban.
Okay.
Last one.
Yung sabi ng mga viewers namin, nasa likod mo daw sila.
Maraming
Kami rin mga vloggers nasa likod mo.
Alam ko naman yon. Salamat.
Last na lang, kasi sabi ng isa kong viewer dito, sana daw gusto lang makita may kulong.
Corny. Makulong.
Okay.
Possible po ba?
There's that possibility. But again, kasi nung nakausap si Avel yung may client. Tapos kung ano ang gusto niya, that is really just for his being here, for the truth to come out. And yung pagkulong, even if remotely possible, hindi ko rin gagawin as a lawyer. Kasi wala akong instruction kaya. Kulong ang kulong talaga yan, yung kulong talaga. So, we won't do that. Our main objective, our main and primary objective is really for Avel's good name and reputation to remain. Because nasisira na siya. With an accusation that mga kamkamkan, corrupt ka, is serious. And there are instances when random people will just ridicule you because of these defamatory lines. So, wala bang kulong? Wala. Because my client did not instruct me na kulong.
Sorry po.
We will not be working on that litigation strategy.
Attorney, sorry. Follow up lang, dito ba sa Pilipinas, yung ginawa ni Maharlika, even though nasa US siya, and then bawal din naman like, cyber libel dito sa Pilipinas, is it possible na magsampa rin ng kaso rito si Avel kahit na nandun siya, and then is it possible din na mapapunta siya dito sa Pilipinas or like using the extradition? Marami kasi mga Pilipino nagtatanong, so mas mabuti na ang sasagot ko ay isang abogado.
Okay. Possible ba na makasulong siya? Possible. Possible na mag-issue ng warrant of arrest. But the challenge now is how to enforce that warrant of arrest because laws are territorial in nature, especially criminal laws. So, doon ang magiging challenge. You mentioned about extradition. Defamation is not among the extradition offenses.
Ito last ko na to. Sabi ni Maharlika, ex-BFF ka niya, di ba? So dati ka ng BFF. Ito yung tanong ko. Papaano kung magmakaawa si Maharlika sa'yo at iulong mo lahat ng to?
Ay, Mare.
Siguro, for now hindi ko alam. Kasi bilang ka-Diyos, hindi ko alam. Kay attorney po yun.
Whether a case should be settled or not actually is the final say of the client. A lawyer has no say whether to pursue a case or settle. Pag sinabi ng client, settle. Kahit yung abogado gustong bakbakan natin ang tuloy natin. A lawyer has to settle and file with the client as a matter of legal ethics. But we will think about it. As I've said, most cases are settled 70%, 80%. Most cases in the US are settled even before the filing of an answer. Okay. So yun pala, discuss ko na. Wala kasi may nagtanong eh. What are the possible next phases? So next phases is either one, the defendant files an answer, refuting, trial tayo, lakas natin yung evidence natin. Two, just ignore it. May nagtanong dyan, and in which case, there will be a judgment by default. 3, mag-initiate ng negotiation and settlement. In fact, it's a requisite. So, most cases are settled.
Sinagot na po kanina, pwede po makonvict si Maharlika. Papaliwanag ko po yan if ever na mamaya po mga kababayan ko pag-uwi natin.
Sir, last na lang. Paano kaya pag nakipag-ayos si Maharlika sa inyo?
Ayun na yung...
Yun na yun.
Isipan pa raw po.
Pwede naman patawarin, pero kailangan talaga dalain. Kasi, uulit-ulitin sa iba yun.
At tambayan na lang mag-isa.
Nasa likod mo ako, Avel, ako ang guardian angel.
Believes in forgiveness and pagbabago rather than fireside.
Okay?
Thank you very much again.
May question? Yeah.
Avel, may question ako. Naalala ko lang, sino yung binanggit ni Maharlika na bata sa vlog? About dun sa passport.
Oh, actually, isa pa to sa pinaka nag-file kami ng case kasi nadamay niya yung aking pamangkin na walang kaalam-alam dito, na tinatawag pa siyang tita. So, ito talaga yung hindi namin pwedeng palagpasin kasi kung pinoprotektahan niya yung apo niya, ganun din namin pinoprotektahan yung pamangkin.
Actually, below the belt because that child was specifically named in one of the vlogs. The child was named in one of the vlogs, and that's foul. Innocente yung bata. No? And in a defamation case, as I've already said, the next generation will either reap your good name or suffer the bad name of a person. So in this case, sinisiraan sila nila. And the negative yung destroyed reputation niya will be suffered by the younger generation. One of that is yung bata na pinag-usapan natin. So maybe that's one reason na medyo nahirapan kaya magpatawad na.
Yeah.
So that's also one of the main driving force bakit sinabi natin na enough is enough. We have to clear Avel's good name and his family's name.
Question again, Avel. One last. Avel, nabanggit din ni Maharlika na sino ang totoong nagpakilala sa inyo kay Small Avel at kay si Avel lumalabas dun sa vlog niya, siya ang parang nagbibigit sa iyo.
Sorry, that might affect the litigation strategy, and we will answer that. If this case, after this case, we will answer.
Okay?
Actually, ako kasi yung tao na kahit sino yung lumapit, nangangailangan, tutulungan. Nagkataon lang ng that time in 2020, no ako'y cancel ng mga tao because I'm supporting the president. Doon siya lumapit sa akin. So, ang lesson ko na natutunan is bukas pa rin tayo sa lahat ng bagay. Pwede natin i-accept lahat ng taong pumupunta, pero kailangan natin muna silang parang kailangan muna natin silang kilalanin yung pagkatao nila. Isa sa pinakamasakit din na nangyari sa akin is binigay ko lahat bilang tao, bilang pumasok ng, kasi ako yung tao rin na pag binigay ko lahat-lahat ibibigay ko kasi mahirap ako magpapunta sa condo ko, mahirap din ako magpapunta sa shop ko, at mahirap din na introduce ko siya sa family ko like my sister. Pero lahat yun ang pagdaanan ko at dinala ko siya doon. So ibig sabihin, open ako sa kanya. Ang pagkakamali ko lang at hindi ko pinagsisisihan. At marami rin ako natutunan. Yun lang po.
Just like to add to that, if you imagine yourself in the shoes of may mga culture tayo na pag pinapasok mo sa bahay mo, ibig sabihin, trusted mo talaga, close mo talaga. So that's the level of openness that Avel gave to Claire. Pero pagkakilala sila, sinabi pa ng BFF, wala man lang warning na, Avel, nagbigay ka ba talaga nung certain case niya? Wala man lang, all of a sudden, bang! May ganyan bilang. So, you can just imagine the pain and the treachery that you will feel. Let's go.
Meron ka daw clothing line sa US?
Wala.
Wala pa.
Wala po.
Soon.
Wala sa isip ko. Dito na lang sila umorder para makatulong din sa akin.
Narinig nyo
Attorney, what if daw, this question is in behalf of my viewer. So, paano daw po kung sila ang mag-file ng yung mga netizen para ma-deport daw si Maharlika? Is it possible?
Report on what grounds?
May petition.
Sa presidente.
May petition daw siya.
As I understand, Maharlika is a US
Yes.
citizen. Hindi basta-basta ma-deport because she's a US citizen. She will be protected
Sa US po
by
pinahil mga
US
kabayan.
laws. Pero grabe naman ipapa-deport natin. Ganun makakagalit ang mga...
Gusto ko na agad sa langgam. Hindi po, wawa si presidente. Kasi grabe. Hihigil ako sa
Do we have any more questions from the audience?
Nakawala na.
Baka may dagdag pa si attorney.
Ito na lang, yung tanong na lang sa akin kung he stated kasi na kawawa si Avel. Actually kawawa yung maraming tao na suddenly dawned upon me na may nagtanong sa akin, attorney, hindi ka ba natatakot na kunin yung case ni actually marami akong possible collaborating counsel.
Ang daming pasabog dito mga kababayan, kaya tumutukoy na mabuti.
Nature ng defendant. Baka sila yung naging target. So there's a short answer to that, but I'd like the longer version. If you rephrase the question, attorney, gusto mo bang maging target ni Claire, Mabolja? The answer to that is definitely no. I don't want to be the target of those kinds of statements, of those kinds of attacks. Because I know how hurtful it is. Binabasa ko pa lang yung transcript, hindi ko pa nakikita yung video mo. It's very painful, and I know, ako binabasa ko lang how much more to Avel is to be the target here. So I don't like to be the target. I don't like that culture to be the norm na sa mga eskwelahan ng children natin, ganun na nagiging norms na crash na usapan na yun. I don't like that to be the norm. But I won't shy away and I won't run away from my responsibility to defend who are those who are suppressed, especially for offending me, kahit mabodya ako. If that's really what will happen, I'm ready to just but I don't.
Pero diba, attorney, if ever na bodja king galing, hindi kasuhan natin siya ulit.
That's a possibility.
Naka-live na daw po siya ngayon, attorney. Ikaw na daw po ang topic niya.
Hindi topic na ngayon.
Nandun ako bukas.
Ano kaya yung marireceive from Avel?
Attorney, nakabukang pang.
Attorney, kakalkalin yung buhay nyo. Malit pa kayo.
Masasabi ko, wala akong tinatago.
Hindi, pag hindi na lang panoorin na attorney, kami lang gana.
So, that's a possibility. But, again, the case is really about it's really about someone to face responsibility and accountability of his actions for publishing the defamatory remarks. And if she continues to do that, then there will be more responsibility.
Correct, diba? Every time naman na mag-ano siya ng masama, pwede naman i-dagdag sa kaso niya yun.
Yes.
No, yun.
We're good. I'm good.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for helping us spread the truth. Because our friends in the media sector, the bloggers, you are instrumental in helping us spread the truth.
Yes. Thank you din po.
Thank
you.
On behalf of Mr. Bacudio, we are very grateful for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you. Ayan, guys.
Right, so ito na, latest to. Pasabog talaga to. So latest pasabog to mga kapatid, sobrang mainit yung naging bakbakan nila, sobrang naging mainit, naging mainit talaga. So ito, no, grabe yung nabitawan nga ni Avel na matinding yung ano. So ito magpapalo up tayo. Yun ako makapag-follow up tayo sa akin. Maraming salamat po. Please share this live streaming. Maraming salamat.
Ano ko mas marami dyan. Nalalapit na yung kanyang pagbabayan
So hindi
ng mga ginawa.
So hindi mo na natin highlight yung iba, pero
Magka-picture tayo kayo.
Thank you so much mga kababayan doon sa mga
My name is name ng kakasuhan. Si Claire Eden Contreras, who introduces herself as Maharlika. The main reason why we filed the case is to clear Avel's good name. Ang pinakarason kung bakit ang file yung kaso para
ayan mga kapatid. So ako na lang. So ang ibig sabihin ni attorney, mga kababayan ko, is to clarify the name of Avel Bacudio, because sabi ko nga sa inyo, maraming naapektuhan din na lalong-lalo na sa negosyo ni Avel na fashion designing. Alam mo naman, ano ko lang yung microphone ko. Maraming naapektuhan. So ito siya, ang ending mga kapatid, sinampahan ng kaso ni Avel Bacudio itong si Maharlika aka Claire Eden Contreras sa US. Yung mga nagsasabi na hindi makakasuhan yan si hindi makakasuhan si Maharlika. So ito na nga mga kababayan ko, and clear din na wala nag-uutos din kay Avel na magkaso, but dahil doon yun sa kanyang dahil doon yun sa ginagawa niya mga kababayan ko, na paninirang puri gamit sa loob ng social media. Ako, I'm in favor for Avel because nakakasira nga ng integrity nito. At tulad namin, naglalabas kami ng tama, naglalabas kami ng maganda, naglalabas kami ng mga dapat ninyo malaman. Suddenly mga kababayan ko, nagiging parang ang dating nito sa social media, lalong-lalo sa hanay namin, parang kami ngayon ay gumagawa ng kasinungalingan, fake news because of the ginagawa rin ni Maharlika. So that's why I'm favor na makasuhan talaga siya at maibigay dapat kay Avel yung tamang justice, no? Kung sa mga nagsasabi na hindi makakasuhan si Maharlika dahil nasa US, pues eto, sabi ko kasi nakahanap na siya ng katapat niya. At ito yung matinding katapat niya. It's Avel Bacudio. Mga kababayan ko, lulusubin siya sa Amerika, sasampahan siya ng kaso. At kagaya nga na narinig nyo kanina, mga kababayan ko, legal battle nga, sinusugod niya na. Models! Bro, teka lang. Bro, anong masasabi mo dun sa si Models of Manila? Anong masasabi mo dun? Kasi sa atin, sa hanay natin, ayaw natin ng fake news. Ayaw natin ng fake news peddling. Ayaw pinakalabag sa atin niya. Kagaya ng ginagawa ni Maharlika, narinig mo, no? Kung paano siya bumukal straight to the point, dire-diretso niya. So, palagay mo nakahanap na talaga ng katapat.
Maganda yung sinabi ni attorney na sa US, very much protected yung First Amendment na karapatan nila na magsalita kung anong gusto mong saloobin, walang pipigil sa'yo, pero may responsibilidad ka na yung sasabihin mo ay dapat totoo na hindi nakakapanira ng ibang tao na base sa kasinungalingan.
Pero ang tindi, no, generally pala yung batas na hindi lang pang-Amerika.
Hindi, sa Amerika lang talaga.
Amerika lang talaga.
Oo, sa Amerika. Sa atin din parang ganun kasi naka-pattern yung batas natin sa Amerika. Pero sila kasi mas mas ano nila yung sinasabi nila parati First Amendment. Kasi freedom of speech number one talaga sa kanila yun. Napaka-importante sa kanila.
Parang ang dating nito, sige magsalita pag nagkamali ka sa
Oo. Kaso yung Amerika naman, kaya sobrang daming lawsuit. Diba? Parang lahat na lang nangyayari sa Amerika, lawsuit dito, lawsuit doon. At ito nga po, syempre karapatan ni Avel para, not more than anything kasi, hindi ko siya nakikita na parang politika o hindi, personal para maano yung sarili.
Kasi yun ang dinadamay, kinukonek siya sa DPWH issue, kinukonek siya. Kumbaga parang ang dating ito, naninira ng puri. Pero para sa ating mga influencer, sa ating mga vlog content creator, masakit sa amin to kasi madadamay kami sa ginagawa niya. Yun ang sa akin sa mababaw na pamamaraan ko lang nadadamay kami dahil sa pagkakalat niya ng fake news. We know, alam natin, diretsahan, fake news yung sinasabi. Diba? Na sinasabi niyang mali about sa social media. Parang ang dating nito, pag ikaw yung kilala, damay-damay lahat tayo. Parang tingin sa akin ng tao, you're fake news spreader pag ganyan.
Dahil naapektuhan
tayo lahat.
Hindi, yun talaga ang problema sa social media sa panahon ngayon talagang ang daling magsabi, ang daling pero yun nga, at least itong mga ganitong pagpa-file ng kaso is lesson din para mas mag-ingat yung mga nagsasabi ng news, nagsasabi ng content, nagsasabi ng fake news para wag na hinay-hinay naman. Kasi siguraduhin mo naman na may ebidensya ka. Kung meron kang parang expose yung expose yung ginawa ni Maharlika na para siya lang nag-reveal nun pero yun dapat meron ding karampatan ebidensya to back up yung mga sinasabi. Ang pinakaiba din ko, walang kulong sa defamation sa Amerika at yung mga libel, unlike sa Pilipinas kasi may mga debate ngayon yun na dapat na i-decriminalize yung libel.
Diba? Pero ang tanong kasi dito, ito kasi may mga pwede siyang tendency na maipasok to. Ang mangyayari kasi niyan hit na to ngayon sa atin. Diba, for example, ito si Maharlika, nagtago, papasok yung criminal cases.
Ganun ba yun? Hindi ko din sure.
Actually, tinanong ko yun sa pag si Maharlika nagtago, papasok yung criminal cases sa kanila. Kailangan yung ipapile sa kanila ni Avel, harapin. 3 years battle siya. Sabi rin kanina, 3 years battle. Tapos ang napansin ko dun, kasi sa US, kapag sinumon ka, hindi ka sumipot sa korte, ka na kagad, tawag ito, candidate for fugitive ka. Kailangan mo humarap sa
nasa kanya na yun.
Pero ito, kung nanonood si Claire na yun, balita ko, hindi ka nakatira ngayon sa bahay mo. Lipat-lipat ka, harapin mo.
Sa akin syempre mga American court na yun.
Pero hindi natin hawak. Pero anyway,
kailangan mo talagang harapin kung lalo na kung US citizen ka. Kailangan mong harapin kung ano yung mga
So anyway mga kababayan ko, for more updates, please follow us. Ako po si Biyahe ng TV and Monol sa Panila.
Subscribe sa akin. Marami na siyang subscribe.
Tulungan natin yung tropa. Anyway mga kababayan ko, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Ako po si BNK, sama-sama tayong babangon muli. Magpapaalam na po ako mga kababayan ko. See you later. Pag-usapan natin ito sa bahay. Okay? Bye! Uwi muna ako. Maharlika, takot na. Maraming salamat po.